No matter how well you explain yourself, some people still dismiss you. In today's world, where everyone shouts on social media, in offices and even at home, most people think respect comes from being the loudest in the room. But the truth, power doesn't live in noise. It lives in calm words sharpened with clarity. If you're ready to master self-control, earn respect, and level up your personal power, hit that subscribe button right now. Don't just scroll past, join the community. Every week we share tools that help you grow stronger in mind and presence. All right, let's get into today's lesson. Imagine this: you walk into a heated argument, a team meeting, or just a casual talk with friends. The energy is tense, everyone's ready to shout. But then you say one calm sentence, and the room goes silent. Not because you screamed, but because your words carried undeniable weight. Today, I'll share 10 powerful phrases that can completely flip the power dynamic in any conversation. One of them, number 3, is so disarming it can stop arguments in their tracks. And remember, these aren't just tricks. They're modern applications of timeless wisdom, tools for anyone who wants to stay calm, respected and unshakable in everyday life. Phrase 1, I understand your point, but I disagree. On the surface, it looks simple. But this scroll of mind carries balance, confidence, and respect all in one. Here's the reality. Arguments don't usually fall apart because of facts. They fall apart because of ego. The moment you say you're wrong or you don't know anything, people stop listening. Their walls go up, but when you start with I understand your point, you show respect. You acknowledge the other person without losing yourself. Then with calm firmness you add, but I disagree. Picture this in real life. You're in a meeting. Someone lays out a plan you know won't work. Instead of staying silent or starting a fight, you lean forward and say, I understand your point, but I disagree. Instantly, the room shifts. You've shown you're thoughtful, independent, and not easily swayed. People begin to see you not as confrontational, but as trustworthy. This phrase is respect wrapped in clarity. It's proof that the one who controls their voice controls the room. Phrase 2, I don't find that appropriate. 5 words. That's it. But these 5 words can set boundaries stronger than 1,000 arguments. Think about it. When someone crosses the line, maybe with an offensive joke or a disrespectful comment, most people laugh nervously or stay quiet. That silence gives permission. But when you calmly say, I don't find that appropriate, everything changes. No lectures, no shouting, just a clear boundary. Example, you're at a dinner party. Someone cracks a disrespectful joke, expecting approval. Instead, you pause and say, I don't find that appropriate. The laughter fades. Suddenly, people know you don't trade dignity for approval. And here's the hidden effect. By standing firm, you inspire others in the room who also felt uncomfortable. You give them silent permission to protect themselves too. Phrase 3. Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. This is the one that changes the entire game. We've all been there. Conversations that stop being conversations and turn into battles of volume. Most people either fight harder or retreat in silence. But with this phrase, you don't fight. You don't surrender. You reset the terms. Imagine someone interrupts you aggressively at work. Instead of shouting back, you look calm and steady. Let's talk when we can do so respectfully. The energy shifts instantly. You've refused to engage in chaos. You've set the boundary of respect. And suddenly, you're the one in control. This is the definition of strength in today's noisy world. Not louder words, but wiser timing. Phrase 4. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. Not every fight deserves your energy. Not every conversation deserves your peace. Many people waste hours arguing over things that don't matter, just to prove a point. But real wisdom is knowing when to walk away. That's why this phrase is so powerful. I'd prefer not to continue this conversation. You don't say it in anger. You say it calmly, decisively. And suddenly you've taken back your time and your peace. Here's the truth. Ending a conversation doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise enough to protect your energy. As one scroll of mind teaches, the best victory is refusing to mirror the chaos of others. Phrase 5. That's your opinion and I respect it, but I don't share it. In today's world, everyone has an opinion about your life, what you should do, how you should live, what choices you should make. Most people either fight endlessly or cave in for approval. But this scroll of mind offers a better way. Listen, acknowledge, and stand your ground. That's your opinion, and I respect it, but I don't share it. It's polite but firm. It honors the other person's right to speak without surrendering your independence. And in practice, it saves you from endless debates, manipulations, and pressure. You remain respectful but unshaken. Phrase 6. Let's focus on solutions, not blame. Blame is easy. Solutions are rare. In most conflicts, whether at work, in families, or even online, people waste hours pointing fingers instead of moving forward. But the moment you say, let's focus on solutions, not blame, you shift the energy from destruction to construction. Picture this. You're in a team meeting and the project failed. Everyone's pointing fingers, defending themselves. The air is heavy with frustration. You lean in and say, let's focus on solutions, not blame. Suddenly the room exhales. The tone changes. People stop defending and start creating. This phrase makes you the leader in the room, not by rank, but by wisdom. Because anyone can blame, few can lead toward progress. Phrase 7. I see it differently, and that's okay. Arguments often spiral because people feel differences must be destroyed. But here's the truth. Differences are natural. Respect comes from handling them with maturity. When you say, I see it differently and that's okay, you calm the storm. You acknowledge disagreement without turning it into a battlefield. Example, a friend insists their way of handling money, parenting, or career is the only right way. Instead of locking horns, you smile gently and respond, I see it differently and that's okay. What happens? The tension breaks. You've protected your independence without creating hostility. You've shown strength without aggression. Phrase 8. I'd like us to pause and think. In today's fast world, people react instantly, often with regret. Words fly faster than thoughts, but wisdom lives in the pause. When you say, I'd like us to pause and think, you interrupt the chaos. You create space for clarity. Picture this, a heated family discussion spirals. Emotions rise, voices overlap. Instead of joining the fire, you raise your hand slightly and say, I'd like us to pause and think. The room quiets. People breathe, and in that pause, truth has a chance to rise. This phrase makes you the guardian of clarity, the one who values thought over impulse. And in today's world, that's real power. Phrase 9. I choose not to take that personally. Insults, criticism, passive-aggressive comments. We face them every day. Most people either fire back or absorb the pain silently. Both give power to the attacker, but this scroll of mind is different. I choose not to take that personally. By saying this, you refuse to let their negativity enter your heart. You reclaim your inner peace. Imagine a colleague says something sharp, meant to sting. Instead of bristling or clapping back, you stay calm and say, I choose not to take that personally. Their weapon falls flat. The attack has no target. Strength is not in matching insults. It's in being untouchable. This phrase is your shield. Phrase 10. Let's agree to move forward respectfully. Not every disagreement ends with total agreement. Sometimes the best victory is respectful closure. That's where this phrase shines. Let's agree to move forward respectfully. Think about an argument with a co-worker, a friend, or even a partner. Neither of you wants to back down fully. Instead of dragging the fight endlessly, you offer this phrase. It's not surrender, it's resolution. You're saying we may not see eye to eye, but we can move forward without hostility. This is the scroll of maturity, the scroll of peace. It leaves bridges standing instead of burning them. And in a world where people argue endlessly online and offline, it makes you rare, respected, and unforgettable. And if you're ready to carry more of these scrolls into your daily life, to build calm strength in a chaotic world, then subscribe right now. Don't miss the next scroll we unlock together here on Scrolls of Mind. Stay calm.